guys, it's Carissa, Lynn, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first video, welcome. Today we are going to be reading another poem from my book, After All This. And today we're reading Welcome Home. This one's a long one, actually. A lot of my poems are shorter and more to the point. But this one took me a while to write and a while to feel like it was finished. But yeah, so this one's called Welcome Home. Okay. Welcome home. I made the bed and picked up my clothes off the floor. I did the dishes and I set the table. I invited you into my apartment and made sure you were comfortable. I invited you into my arms and said, "Welcome home." You didn't have to worry about belonging anymore. You didn't have to worry about the future anymore. I told you that nothing from your past could make me run away. You have a home in my arms. I gave you my body and I told you it was a safe space. You used the home I created for you. You cooked in the kitchen. You wore in the sheets. You filled the fridge with your favorite snacks. You watched your favorite shows on the TV. And then one day, you told me your home wasn't safe. But I promised you that you would be safe at home forever. I promised you that your home would always be there for you. You didn't believe me. So, you smashed the TV and you tore down the curtains. You broke all the dishes in the dishwasher. You ripped up the bedsheets and you set the house on fire. You set the house on fire. You were the one who made the home unsafe. I gave myself to you and I told you you were home. You destroyed the home I built you. You destroyed the only place that accepted you exactly as you are. You destroyed my welcome home. Yeah, so that one is Welcome Home. And like I said, this one took me a really long time to write. And I don't know, it just took me a while to get all the examples right, and I didn't have an ending for a long time. But this one is about how when I tell someone that you are safe with me, when I tell someone I love you, I made myself a safe space for you. You can tell me anything, you can say anything, you can bring anything to the table, and I have no judgments for you. And also in the physical aspect of that, that's really metaphorical, but in the physical aspects of that, I also invited this person that I was in a relationship to, I invited them into my home, into my apartment. Time and time again, it was also their home, and I made it their home, and I let them, have their favorite food in the fridge, and I let them hang out there when I'm not home, when I was at work. We shared a bed together for a long time, and that is really important to me. That's really sacred to me. That's my space. That space is supposed to be safe for me as well. And in doing what this person did, in leaving me the way they left me, and disregarding my feelings the way that they did, they destroyed that safe space. And they told me time and time again that they didn't feel safe in that space. But they didn't feel safe in that space because they didn't feel safe anywhere. They didn't feel safe in their own body. They didn't feel safe in their own mind. So, of course they're not going to feel safe in my space. And that's not my fault. And they made it out to be my fault. And so that's really what this poem is about, is you destroyed the safe space that I made for you, and you blamed it on me. You said it was my fault that you don't feel safe, even though I did everything that I can to make sure that you felt that way. And the most important part is the way that they're destroying the home. I said you smashed the TV and you tore down the curtains and you broke all the dishes and you ripped up the sheets and then you set the house on fire. As if all the things this person did that hurt my feelings wasn't enough. They also set the house on fire. They also manipulated me into believing that it was my fault that I felt that way. And that they did nothing wrong. They did nothing to hurt my feelings, and that my feelings were not their responsibility, when it very clearly was their responsibility to to be kind. When you break up with somebody, you can't lie about why you're breaking up with them. You can't manipulate somebody and gaslight somebody into thinking that it's their fault that their relationship is over when it's not. So that is really what this poem is about. Is you destroyed the safe space that I made for you, and you made it out to be my fault, and it's not my fault. So yeah, that's kind of the whole poem. Is just like it's physical in the sense that I let this other person into my space, but it's metaphorical in the sense that that it also applies to my emotions and their emotions, and our relationship as a whole. So yeah, that is Welcome Home from my book After All This, which you can find on Amazon, and it will be linked everywhere. So thank you guys so much for listening, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video for the next poem. Thanks. Bye.